Okay, so here we have Kader factory Luke Skywalkers. The 4 on the left were made in Hong Kong, the 4 on the right in China. And get you some examples of the country of origin stamps and how you can tell that you have a Kader figure. I'm going to bring these out to the front here. So here you have what they call a 3-line country of origin stamp. And this one, you can see the date stamp is just underneath the tunic, whereas over here the date stamp is more centered underneath the GMFGI. And those are Hong Kong. Over here it's the same thing, but these say China. At some point these molds were sent from the Kader factory in Hong Kong to the Kader factory in China, probably cheaper to make them there. And once the molds arrived, they gouged out the Hong Kong and stamped China in there, which once the plastic was injected into the mold, it would have created that raised bar that you can kind of see there. Over here, this one's a little bit harder to see because a little bit of what's called a short shot, which means not enough plastic made its way into the mold, and then it just wasn't quite as detailed. So the Kader ones, so as you can see, some were made in China, some were made in Hong Kong. The China ones would have come later. And you can see some of the differences, again, with pants colors. This Luke Skywalker has so many different variants. Each factory has different variants. You can see that one's got a really cool pale face with some discoloration in the plastic. Little bit differences with the face. You can see some of them are a little more pink than others. Here's an interesting one here. You can see that lightsaber is hollowed out. That's a double telescoping saber missing the inner filament. The ones that you ordered in the mail before the figures hit the stores, most of them came with a lightsaber that had 2 parts to it. This one's missing that inner part. But you can see differences in the faces, a little bit of differences in the shades of yellow. And that's Kader factory Luke Skywalker, made in Hong Kong and some made in China.